What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good, people? What is up? What is they went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Woo, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all of this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was going to, I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Murder was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably up in prison. Girl. Oh, Clifford, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Yala Van Zap's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. And you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. Yeah. Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. Hit me up in my DMs. I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue, Josh strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Hey, y'all. Hey. What is up? What is up? What is going on, y'all? What is up? It is good to be back. Oh my. Okay. I don't know what's going on with my phone, God. Anyway. Oh. What's going on, y'all? What is up? It's good to see y'all. Glad to have my face back in the place again. I've been out of town doing a whole lot of stuff, and nevertheless, we are back. And it's good to see y'all. Hey, Jason, what's good, bruh? Shondo, what's good? Raphael, what's good? What's good? Tanya, Montrez, hey. How is Foy? Foy is good. Matter of fact, I haven't talked to him in about 3 or 4 weeks, so I'm in about a month. Last time I talked to him, I think it was like the beginning of April. So I'll hit him up and I'll find out for you. You just reminded me. Put it back in my head. Hey, Tracy Wilson, what's going on, everyone? It is so good to be back and have my face in the place. I was busy this weekend. Which is why we did not get a silly Saturday. But never fear, this Saturday, silly Saturday, I don't know what is going on with hold on, y'all, 1 second. Okay, hopefully that solves whatever I had going on. Sorry about that. But hey, everybody. Um, I don't know what's going on with my computer. I mean my phone and StreamYard, but hopefully it works itself out. Let's hope, God willing. Anyway, regardless as to what happens, we'll be here. We'll make it happen. We're gonna do what we do and get it done. So, how was y'all weekend? Did y'all have fun this weekend without me? I hope you say you did not. No, I don't hope you say you did not. I hope you did have a great weekend. My weekend was very busy. Nevertheless, I'm here. So, politics of it all today is I literally had to stop adding stories to the dossier. And I'm not saying that there are a lot of stories in the dossier. However, all of the stories in the dossier are spiky. And therefore, because all of the stories in the dossier are spiky, even just pulling all of the stories made me want to, spike the hell out. So, yeah. With that being said, let me bring our boy up to bring us into this because the entirety of our programming today is sugar spiky. So, ladies and gentlemen, non-gender binary conforming members of the audience, this whole show is a sugar spike segment. Hit it.
Oh God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So love now. I want to fight. That he gave his only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And who shall ever believe
Major sugar spike.
they shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus. Taste biscuits. Anyway, yeah, it's just sugar spike after sugar spike after sugar spike after sugar spike. Hey, so Jeff. So brace yourselves. It's a lot going on. There's no way to ease. There's no story that I could just ease into it. Every story is fuck shit, fuckery, and spike it and spike the hell out. So let's just dive right into the deep end. Y'all's boy, Richard Dreyfuss, that young man, he's in the news today. Why? Because Richard Dreyfuss is defending blackface, and he says that Academy diversity rules, quote, make me vomit. What do y'all want me to do with that? What do you want me to do with that? What do y'all want me to do with that? Let me get into this. And he had a recent PBS interview. Actor Richard Dreyfuss decided to share his thoughts about the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences updated diversity and inclusion standards. In an interview on PBS's Firing Line with Margaret Hoover, the Oscar winner explained his line of reasoning. Quote, they make me vomit. It's an art. No one should be telling me as an artist that I have to give in to the latest, most current idea of what morality is. What are we risking? Are we really risking hurting people's feelings? You can't legislate that. You have to let life be life. I'm sorry. I don't think there is a minority or majority in the country that has to be catered to like that. End quote. The changes he's referring to begin in 2024 when movies will have to fulfill certain diversity requirements in order to be eligible for the Best Picture award. These guidelines include having at least one actor from an underrepresented racial or ethnic group having a significant role, or the story must focus on women, a racial group, LGBTQ people, or disabled people. What else? He didn't stop there though. Hey, Diamond Pearl, Jim Lemon Kush Pepper. Hall monitors are late bell today is at 5:45. Late bell is at 5:45. So at 5:46, y'all know what to do. My essay today is 3,000 words. We back from vacation. 3,000. I'm sorry. Make that 5,000. Make that 5,000. Where was I at? He went on to inexplicably defend blackface, mentioning Lawrence Oliver's performance in the 1965 feature Othello, in which the white English actor portrayed the black lead character. Quote, he played a black man brilliantly. Am I told that I will never have a chance to play a black man? End quote. He also went on to say, is someone else being told that they're not, that if they're not Jewish, they shouldn't play in The Merchant of Venice? Are we crazy? This is so patronizing. It's so thoughtless and treating people like children. I'm not sure. And it goes on and on and on. Matter of fact, let y'all listen to it. It's better if y'all hear it from his mouth and not mine. This is Richard. Hold on, y'all. An art form. It's also. Let me start it over, y'all. Hold on 1 second. This is an art form. It's also a form of commerce. It makes money, but it's an art, and no one should be telling me, as an artist, that I have to give in to the latest, most current idea of what morality is. And what are we risking? Are we really risking hurting people's feelings? You can't legislate that. And you have to let life be life. And I'm sorry, I don't think that there's a minority or a majority in the country that has to be catered to like that. You know, Laurence Olivier was the last white actor to play Othello. And he did it in 1965. And he did it in blackface. And he played a black man brilliantly. Am I being told that I will never have a chance to play a black man? Is someone else being told that if they're not Jewish, they shouldn't play The Merchant of Venice? Are we crazy? Do we not know that art is art? This is so patronizing. It's so thoughtless and treating people like children.
Do you think there's a difference between the question of representation and who is allowed to represent other groups? For example, as you said, somebody representing the Merchant of Venice. And the case of blackface explicitly in this country, given the history of slavery and the sensitivities around Black racism. Do you think there's a difference between those?
There shouldn't be.
Those are his words. Listen, I don't even need to insult your intelligence to go down the road to tell you how many ways in which what he's saying is gaslighting. Like, this is complete gaslighting. Like, you literally heard him upset at the fact that he's he's upset that, are you saying I'll never get to play a black man? Really? Because it's easy for white people to want to play black people in this cushiony, posh Hollywood set where you have gaffers and stage hands and all of these people to cater to your hand and cater to you hand and foot. You have a writer in your dressing room that decides any and every the temperature of the air in the room, what color Skittles come in the bowl and everything. Like, you live the life of Riley and you say, "Oh, I want to play a black man," as long as it's in the confines of this cushiony acting studio, but no parts of what it really means to be that black man that has to really live these atrocities and has to really live day to day with a target on your back, wondering if you're going to make it home to your loved ones. Then we really, I mean, the reason that we have all of this going on, idiot and asshole Richard Dreyfuss, has nothing to do with, oh, I should be able to play whatever roles I want. The problem is, left to yourselves and your own devices, white people will only have white people playing in everything. So for him to foolishly say, oh, we shouldn't cater to any majority or minority, but we've catered to the majority since the inception of this country. The fact that Laurence Olivier had to play a black man is because you would not give the part to a black man. I mean, if we're going to go down this road, why don't we have it like Shakespeare, when they had racism over in Shakespearean time and misogyny in Shakespearean time, where only white men could play every single part? So why don't we eliminate any other roles? Have white men play every role, be it man, woman, boy, girl, cat, dog, non-binary, black, white, blue, or purple. We'll put them in every shade in the human genome, every hue and every shade of color in the human genome. We'll put them in every gender or non-gender conforming role there is. We'll even have them play cats. Oh, I'm sorry, we've already had that in the musical Cats. We'll have them play wildebeest. Oh, we already had that in the stage play The Lion King. I mean, we'll just do away with all of it. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, how really out of touch are you, Richard Dreyfuss? But these are the people who win all of the Academy Awards. This young man really got upset because he won't have the opportunity, in his estimation, to put on blackface and play a black role. He's real upset about the fact that he's not going to be able to ever play a black man, which is beyond my level of comprehension. I'm not going to say it ain't none of us out there, but it ain't too many black people out there dying to go and be in whiteface. It ain't too many of us out. I'm not saying it ain't none, but I'll go on record saying it ain't too many of us that's going out here trying to do whiteface and trying to do everything in our power to be white. But you rat bastards do everything in your power to try and be black. This shit is otherworldly. This is 2000, the year of our Lord, 2023. And this young man is upset at the diversity rules so much so he says it makes him want to vomit. He wants to play blackface. You heard him. I just played it for you. The man is upset that he's never going to get to play a black man. You need to go somewhere and sit the fuck down, Richard Dreyfuss. Go away forever. I mean, while death is knocking at individuals' doors, can you swing by Richard Dreyfuss for us, please? Here's another asshole and idiot. Now I have to eliminate him from my list of movie watching. There goes Mr. Holland's Opus. Loved Mr. Holland's Opus. See if I watch that shit again. I won't do anything to put any more money in his pocket. You don't believe that shit. Let's see what other Richard Dreyfuss movies we won't be watching anymore. Let's see. We won't be watching the original Jaws, Mr. Holland's Opus, um, American Graffiti. Most of these movies I ain't watch anyway. Stand By Me from 1986. I can't watch all of these movies because this asshole is dying to play blackface. How about you play my ass? That's what you do. I don't know how old he is. He's got to be in his 70s. I'm giving him maybe 70, between 75 and 80. I'm gonna give him somewhere between 75 and 80 years old. I mean, if I'm looking at it, let's be clear, it ain't a whole lot of shit. I'm dying to see that. I'm looking at his IMDb. It ain't a whole lot of shit that he did that I'm just like, ooh, I need to make sure I go watch this movie by Richard Dreyfuss. Um, so we ain't checking for you like that. But please be clear, Richard Dreyfuss. Let's be brutally honest and clear. You can go somewhere and die slowly. You can die the fuck slowly. So yeah, yeah, I have no understanding. None. Go somewhere and die slowly. Bye. But this is what y'all have. Anybody over here checking for Richard Dreyfuss? I mean, the fact that we're in 2023 and the Academy of Motion Picture Science and Motion Picture Arts and Sciences has to invoke these rules. The fact that this wasn't enacted years ago is beyond my level of comprehension, okay? But this is the going. He's not on an island, people. He is not on an island. And he and a whole lot of white actors and actresses are upset that black people are saying, no, give black roles to black people. In the same vein, a lot of actors are upset that they can't play roles with trans people. They are upset that LGBTQ rights groups are saying trans roles should go to authentically trans individuals. They're upset about that. I can't lay belong on that. I really want to drag him, but as y'all see where we're going today, everything is spiky. It's nothing good. I'm sorry. Here are the snacks of today. Those are today's snacks. We're gonna need something to make it through, y'all. If you ain't got nothing to help you make it through these sugar spikes, listen, go grab it now, because I don't know what to tell you. It ain't getting no better. It ain't getting know better. All right, come on now. My computer is doing the most right now. It's doing the absolute most when the and I figured out it's not my computers all the time. It's my damn internet. Goddamn Comcast Xfinity. It's just so ridiculous. So ridiculous. So freaking ridiculous. I don't even understand why I gotta go through this. Hmm. I do not understand why I gotta go through this. How do you live in a major metropolitan area but can't get decent fucking broadband? Out of my so out of my fucking level of comprehension. Anyway, while I'm waiting on this, do any of y'all even know the last time y'all watched a Richard Dreyfuss movie? Probably not. I'm sure you can't tell me the last time you watched a Richard Dreyfuss movie. Sure you can. I'm sure you cannot. Anyway, um, I'm waiting for my computer to do it. I'm restarting my computer because it's just acting up. Harold, ooh, Harold, you got in by the hair of your chinny chin chin, Harold. Baby, late bell is at 5:45, Harold. It is 5:44. Bruh, you snuck in by the hair of your chinny chin chin. You, what's good, Harold? You just got in. I like Whataburger. Are you in Texas, Harold? Because it's like a million Whataburgers in Texas. So anytime somebody says they went to Whataburger, I first immediately imagine Harold. I mean, imagine Harold or whoever else said it going being in Texas because Texas has three Whataburgers on every block. Three of them. I don't think I've ever watched a Richard Dreyfuss movie. God don't play about me. That's how you feel, Harold? Okay, good. God smiled on you today. Okay, let's see if my internet is functioning. Sometimes you just need to restart your computer. Let's see. God help us. God help us. All right, seems to be acting right now. All right. So y'all, let me I'm gonna have to share my screen so y'all can see this. Many of y'all have already seen it, but I'm going to play this for those people who may not have seen the who may not seen the video. Hey, really B, what's going on? Are you in Alabama? Oh, Jesus, God bless your heart. You are in Alabama, dear God. Over there with Kay Ivy and her level brand of fuck shit and fuckery. How do you make it over there with her? Jesus. With all these people dying, y'all let the Richard Dreyfus's of the world continue to breathe air. Y'all let Greg Abbott's of the world continue to roll around here, the Kay Ivies of the world. Y'all got a Whataburger in Kennesaw and Woodstock now? Child. Whataburger does have good food, especially for the fact that Whataburger is open like late at night. Like the first Whataburger I ever went to was in college. Um, don't you say a goddamn thing, Tracy and Really Be. Y'all shut the hell up. Anyway, because I know y'all got some jokes about when I was in college. Oh, bastards. Anyway, that was the first time I had been to a Whataburger in Tallahassee. And when you are hungry, it is 2 in the morning, and Whataburger is open that side. Oh, sorry about that. That was me opening up the screen on another page. Opening up my StreamYard on my device. Anyway, early in the morning, that Whataburger slaps. Do you hear me? Them fries, that burger, it slaps. I ain't gonna even lie. Whataburger hit hard. So I'm not doing this with you, really, B. I'm not doing this with you. Not doing this with you. God. Lord, y'all see what I got to deal with really be? Lord. So y'all, let me hold on, y'all. What is this up here? So this happened. Let me let y'all watch it in all of its glory. 1, 2, 3, go.
We had a phenomenal day today. Nigger League Museum and Arthur Bryant's Barbecue.
Oh, you heard him. Let me play it again.
We had a phenomenal Nigger League Museum and Arthur Bryant's Barbecue.
One more time.
We had a phenomenal day today. Nigger League Museum and Arthur Bryant's Barbecue.
One more time, just for the people in the back. Why is that even my backdrop? God help me. Good help. This is why I need a production team. Good help is so freaking hard to find. Anyway, let me play it again for the people in the back.
We had a phenomenal day today. Nigger League Museum and Arthur Bryant's Barbecue.
Oh, you heard it. Hard ER. Oh, you didn't hear the hard ER? Hear this again.
We had a phenomenal day today. Nigger League Museum and Arthur Bryant's Barbecue.
Need I say more? What do you want me to do with that? Listen, there's a couple things going in this video that is alarming. His co-host didn't flinch, didn't bat an eye, didn't gasp, didn't go. Baby, that co-host went on like it was nothing. Like, girl, this is what we do. This is regular. Regular. He was so effortless with it. Like it just rolled off the tongue. It just rolled off. Like a good morning. Hey, how are you? Nigger League. You know what? Like it just really just rolled off the tongue so effortlessly. Last time I checked, it's the Negro League. So that's not a Freudian slip. That's not the diphthong in the word got trapped in my, placement of my, tongue behind my teeth or in the palate of my mouth. It ain't none of that. It's not I got messed up with my phonemic awareness. You knew exactly what you were saying. They went to commercial break. And I guess production got in his ear and said, what the fuck? And after commercial break, He came back and he apologized, saying the following quote, I said something that didn't come out quite the way I wanted it to. Really? I just wanted to apologize if it sounded different than I meant it to be, than I meant it to be said. I just wanted to apologize for that. Come again, sir? Just run that back again. Because let me let me play it again. Because maybe we missed some here. Hold on, hold your line. Hold your line. Maybe we missed some here. Maybe some got lost in the translation. Let's watch it again. Because last time I checked, there's no confusion. Where is it at? Oh, here it is. There was no confusion. Here we go.
We had a phenomenal day today. Nigger League Museum and Arthur Bryant's Barbecue.
Sir, you meant that. And you was happy. Negro League Museum and Arthur Bryant's Bar. You were more excited about the Nigger League Museum than you were about that Arthur Bryant's Browns or whoever's barbecue. Here's what the Oakland A's said. The language used by Glenn Cooper during today's pregame broadcast is unacceptable. The Oakland A's do not condone such language. We are working to address the situation. Really. Now they say the man have been suspended indefinitely. We'll see. Um, we'll see. That's what he said. You know, they'll give him a week off paid vacation. Go and take a vacation with your family. We'll catch you in a few days. Um, right, Dolce. Because dude sitting right next to him act like it wasn't nothing. Act like they say that every day. Bro was like, yeah, bro. We went to the Nigger League Museum. He didn't flinch. He didn't gasp. He didn't go, bruh, dude. Like you would think that when somebody messes up that bad, that you want to distance yourself from it. So if I am white man sitting next to other white man who goes hard ER on live television, I heard it like everybody else. The first thing I'm gonna do is, even if I'm known to say hard ER with him, I value my career. So I'm probably gonna be like, bruh, I'm probably gonna. I think you mean Negro League Museum. You gonna do something to kind of help your own cause. You know what I'm saying? To get up off that. Bruh said it hard, and brother, I want y'all to look at. We're gonna play it one more time, two more times, maybe three more times, because I need y'all to get a good look at the co-host who did not flinch, who did not who listen. He ain't miss a beat. He did not miss a beat. Watch the co-host. He need to be suspended too. He need to be suspended too. Watch this.
We had a phenomenal day today. Nigger League Museum and Arthur Bryant's Barbecue.
And he was like, yeah, yeah. Really? Watch him. He happy about that thing.
We had a phenomenal day today. Nigger League Museum and Arthur Bryant's Barbecue.
One more time for the people in the back.
We had a phenomenal day today. Nigger League Museum and Arthur Bryant's Barbecue.
A mess. A mess. A mess. A mess. But this is what we have going. This is what we have going on in these yet to be United States of America. This is what we got going on. But that is not all, people. I told y'all this is a spiky, spiky politics of it all today. So, for though I know I have so many in my viewing audience that watch Fox News and that frequented Tucker Carlson's daily broadcast, daily spewing of hate filled venom and vitriol, the daily fecal matter that would violently projectile style escape from his mouth. I know I have so many people that watch that. Just so you know, programming note this week on in the slot formerly filled by Tucker Carlson, y'all's girl, who none other than Kaylee McEnany. Gotta love her. Oh yes. Because what do we do to reward her and her fuck shit from last week? Oh, y'all want to know what fuck shit? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Let me read this to you. A Fox News host who recently mocked those protesting Jordan Neely's subway death is trying her hand at Tucker Carlson's high profile time slot. Oh, yes, last week she was making jokes and making light of people protesting the murder of Jordan Neely. And what did she get for that? Oh, you get the prime time slot. You get front row seating. Oh, yes, we give you the bully pulpit because we want you to spew all of your racism. We want you to spew all of your discrimination. We want to give you the biggest platform and the biggest mic to spew all of your bigotry across the fruited plains, from sea to shining sea, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was not made for you and me. A mess. A mess. Let me continue reading. McEnany appeared to evoke racist stereotypes to mock protesters who had recently taken to the streets of New York City to voice their outrage over the May 2nd death of Jordan Neely, a black homeless man. Witnesses said the 24-year-old, and I won't go through that story. It still bothered me. I told y'all I didn't tell y'all, but the members only chat knows that whole video had me in tears. I was beside myself watching that video and was inconsolable for a little while after I watched that video. Anyway, on Friday, after playing a video of protesters yelling, "What do we want? Justice. When do we want it now?" and other phrases to the beat of a drum, McEnany smiled and remarked, "Well, at least they have a rhythm." I'm sorry. Well, at least they have rhythm. Excuse me. Not a rhythm, but at least they have rhythm. That was her, little joke, to which they all just laughed. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Much to the chagrin of the other people on television with her. They laughed and snickered and chuckled and guffawed. Harold, don't watch it. Harold, I was more bothered with this. I never saw the George Floyd. I never watched the George Floyd. I never watched it. I knew I didn't need to watch it. Never watched the George Floyd video. But I didn't know when the story with Jordan Neely first came out. I didn't know what it was, and I just clicked the story, and by that time it was too late. Like I got it early. There are people. There's Tracy, and there's some other people who I'm politically connected with. Some of my people I'm politically connected with send me stuff like really, really early, like before breaking news. And so I'll see stuff. And so it was sent to me. And before I knew, I saw it and there was the video. And I had to sit there and I was beside myself, inconsolable for a while. So, but yeah, for those people thinking that Fox News was going to try to change their tune or get any better, this is what they're doing. They're just waiting to roll out the next bigot. They're just ready to roll out the next neo-Nazi. They're just waiting to roll out the next racist. That's all they're waiting for. It's like a, assembly line. It's just like a fucking assembly line of goddamn bigots, racists, and Nazis over there. This is what we have going on in these yet to be United States of America. This is the kind of fuck shit that they allow to continue to be spewed across public platforms. But people are thinking that things are going to get better. They're never going to get better. Not in my lifetime. Hey Phil, what's good? I'm going to quickly get off of this story because the whole Jordan Neely story, I literally cannot go into breaking down, discussing, and anything because I will have a whole moment and have to get off the line, and I don't even want to go down that road. Just even talking about it now. Let me move on. In more stories of racism, discrimination, and bigotry. I need a break. Where's my boy to sing me into the next story? Because I feel myself having a moment and I'm going, Where's my boy? I need it at my sugar levels. Sugar levels.
Oh, God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spiker.
So loved the world. I want to fight. That he gave. His only begotten son.
Major sugar spiker.
And shall ever believe.
Major sugar spiker.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! How would somebody help me?
Jesus. All right. In more spiky news. Now, y'all know we have the Holy Trinity. Texas, Florida. The third spot for the Holy Trinity fluctuates, switches from time to time, but it originally started with North Carolina. North Carolina figured out and realized that other people were upping them in the level of racism, discrimination, and bigotry. So North Carolina said, you don't believe that shit? We're going to show you that we can be way more discriminatory than any of these people. So, in order to secure their spot in the holy trinity of racism, bigotry, and discrimination, the great state of North Carolina has an election coming up. Oh yeah. They have a gubernatorial election coming up. Who's running Oh, a young man who we chronicled on this channel before. This young man, the lieutenant governor of the great state of North Carolina. Oh, oh yes, he is black. Oh yes, oh yeah, he's black. He was the same one that was saying we should go out and kill all trans people. He's the same one that has said some of the most discriminatory, bigoted, and insidious things ever. And as a actual sitting lieutenant governor of a state, he's running for office. He's running for the top spot now to be governor. And what is he saying now as a black man? Because his venom and vitriol isn't just for other marginalized group. Oh no, I can't call myself a bigot or racist black person unless I'm discriminating against myself. So what's his claim to fame today? Oh, only the fact that he says now black people owe reparations. Oh yeah, you heard that right. According to him, black people owe reparations. According to this black man, who's lieutenant governor of the great state of North Carolina, and should he become governor, actually would have the authority to enact the payment of reparations. He believes that black people owe reparations. Let me read this for you. Mark Robinson, a Republican running for governor in North Carolina, thinks black people should be paying reparations. It's bizarre, even for the bizarre modern GOP, but here we are. Robinson, 54, is North Carolina's lieutenant governor, and he seems like a lefty's caricature of a modern right-wing politician. He's what we dream up to make fun of the right. He thinks COVID wasn't a real threat. Systemic racism doesn't exist. And the movie Black Panther was created by an agnostic Jew and put to film by satanic Marxists. These are his remarks. The right loves to say the left is filled with Marxists. It's a weird obsession. Robinson also said President Obama was, quote, a worthless anti-American atheist who wanted to bring America to its knees and then raise it back to its feet as a European-style socialist hellhole, end quote. Oh, let me also include in there, this is the same person who said Michelle Obama was really a man. Oh, yes, that's him. That's y'all's lieutenant governor of the great state of North Carolina. One Mr. Mark Robinson, if you need him. And has a great shot. He's going to end up getting the bid, the Republican ticket. And there's a very real possibility he'll probably be the next governor of the state in which my good friend Every Reviews lives. I keep telling y'all, North Carolina has been passing some of the most draconian laws with regard to black people and situations with regard to race than most other states. Whereas other states have a hard on for LGBTQ rights, North Carolina has a hard on still for black people. We chronicled North Carolina back in 2021 and all of the shit they were doing in North Carolina. We chronicled all of the laws, the sweeping laws they were passing in North Carolina. We did that here. Go back and watch the old video, but we did that here. Anyway, where am I at? Here's what he said. Lord. Quote, Nobody owes you anything for slavery. If you want to tell the truth about it, it is you who owes. Why do we owe? Because he's saying why do we? Because he's a black man. Why do we owe? Because somebody in those fields took strikes for you. After those fields were ended and slavery was ended, somebody had to walk through Jim Crow for you. Somebody fought wars and died for you. Somebody lived less than because they didn't have what you have, and they did it for you. There are people in their graves right now, and they are there because you were willing, because they were willing to stand up and fight for you. Nobody owes you anything. If anybody owes, it's you, because you've been the benefactor of freedom. You are the one that owes. That is what he said when asked by in an interview by a black journalist what he thought about black people being owed reparations. Because according to him, we're over here living the life of Riley and all of our ancestors, and we're just living off of our ancestors and what they did. Mind you, this whole system of government and the wealthy in this country, that is the whole premise of it all. All of those bastards are living off of their ancestors stealing and killing people for money. You forgot that part. You forgot that white people came over here poor as hell, but then they stole from the Native American indigenous people over here. You forgot the fact that they had free labor. You forgot the fact that slavery was enacted and they had free labor. All of that. You forgot the whole fact that many of these bastards that never did a goddamn thing, they get into Ivy League schools because of legacy clauses. They're told by professors at these universities that they have to pass these people because their family members funded the entirety of the university system in these yet to be United States of America. And anytime their children or their descendants come to that school, they can point to the fucking name on a goddamn building and say, "You owe me an A." And they're given that. And they're given prestigious internships. And as soon as they get out of college, they're put on the board of some company where they're making 6 and 7 and 8 figures. So you want to talk about who's owed something? You want to talk about people who owe it to somebody? Really? Like, you really want to go down this road? Because left to themselves, your black ass wouldn't be the lieutenant governor of goddamn North Carolina, Mark Robinson. Let me get off this. It's too many spiky stories for me today, and I feel myself spiking. I told y'all this was a sugar spiky episode of the politics of it all, and I apologize for that. I don't know what y'all want from me. I gotta move on. This young man is triggering. He is triggering. 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 Like, I don't even. I don't even know where to begin to even break down how triggering this young man. Moving on. I got to move on because I got to get out of here by 6:30 so I can be ready. So Really B can go live. All right. These next 3 stories, I'm gonna get them done. I'm gonna be done by 6:30. I'm gonna hit them real fast. 3 stories left. So we had another handful of mass shootings over in Texas, because that's what they do in Texas. They wear cowboy hats and they shoot each other. That's what we're doing. That's what they do in Texas. They wear cowboy hats, they wear boots, and they kill each other. That's what the hell they do in Texas. That's what the fuck they do in Texas. They wear cowboy boots, cowboy hats, and they fucking kill each other with reckless abandon. So, it should be noted that in notice I didn't say the recent mass shooting in Texas. I said one of the recent mass shootings in Texas because we can't even fucking keep up at this point. There's been like 200 mass shootings this year alone. Anyway, the gunman wore a very familiar patch on his clothing with the initials RWDS. What is RWDS? I'm glad you asked. It is a very popular catchphrase amongst racists, Nazis, bigots, Klansmen, QAnon, Proud Boys, staffers, down to Fox News, and all the other, horrible, insidious people across the fruited plains. What is RWDS? I'm glad you asked. It stands for Right Wing Death Squad. They now make bulletproof vests where you can have RWDS already embroidered onto the bulletproof vest and bulletproof garments that these people wear when they go and perform mass shootings. They have everything for you. You could even have RWDS placed on your assault rifles. There are places where you can go and get it engraved on your assault rifle. RWDS. I'm not making this up. I looked it up. The shit is all there. Once again, it stands for Right Wing Death Squad. This is what y'all have going on. If you go to any of these Klans rallies or QAnon circle jerks or whatever the fuck they got going on nowadays, you will see these people. They'll have their assault rifles, they'll have their bulletproof vests, and then somewhere on that bulletproof vest or somewhere on their clothing, you'll see a little patch. It'll say RWDS, which stands for Right Wing Death Squad. They're promoting this all over the place, and I was not aware of it, but I'm telling you all so that now you're aware of it. I don't want y'all to go somewhere and be not knowing. You walking next to somebody, they got a patch on their thing that says RWDS. You don't know what that is. You thinking everything's okay. But y'all know here, we have to inform you. We have to inform. We got to keep you up to speed on it. We got people that still don't know the Brandon jokes. This is what we have going on. They'll have t-shirts and you'll see it on the sleeves and stuff like that. When I went and started looking it up, it literally was like all over the place. And it's kind of scary because I was like, this shit has been all over the place right in plain sight. They ain't even trying to hide this shit no more. They don't even give a fuck. They're not even trying to hide it anymore. They are open about it. They don't give a shit. It used to be where you said, "Oh, I'll give them a couple weeks before another mass shooting in Texas." No, I give them to the end of the week, and probably not even that. What's today? Monday. It'll be another one by Tuesday, by Wednesday or Thursday. Wednesday or Thursday, we'll be hearing about another mass shooting. And it's so scary now that now anytime you go anywhere, you got to be snatching your head around, looking and making sure that you not gonna be the next victim and you ain't gonna be on the next news fucking broadcast. Like this shit is serious out here. And so when y'all go in these places, you go into the grocery store, you go into Starbucks or going to Chick-fil-A, wherever you going, you just going to be about your business. You at the gas station getting gas or whatever you're doing. Remember how deathly afraid people were of COVID-19 and perhaps getting COVID-19 and dying so much so that it kept people inside? I'm not telling you to lock yourself inside your house, but what I am telling you is be vigilant and always be aware of your surroundings and where your exits are, because these people are bold, they are brazen, and they are not going anywhere. And they are probably going to be responsible for more deaths than COVID-19 could ever even dream of being responsible for. So just as deathly afraid of COVID-19 as some of us were, we need to be just as deathly afraid of some of these people because they don't give a shit. And contrary to popular belief, the best way to do away with a horrible person is not a gun. Because if both of y'all got a gun, it's just a matter of who gets to the other one first. And if you don't know that they're coming, chances are they're going to get to you first. RWDS, people. RWDS. And from what I understand, this has been around since Trump's first presidential campaign, going all the way back to 2016. Never knew about it. Right there in plain sight. I do not mean to be an alarmist, but I'm definitely not gonna have y'all going out here, not knowing what all of this stuff is. I'd rather y'all know about it and have been told and fairly warned than y'all just walking out here blind, not knowing what's going on. I got two more stories to do in 5 minutes. Let me hurry my ass up. I still program a note while these things are coming up. Please, computer. I don't need you acting up right now, computer. Please. Please. My computer always acting up. Always. It's not my computer, it's the goddamn internet. Just don't make no sense. All right. In other news, a trans man was killed in San Francisco, and San Francisco's district attorney, who's a black woman by the name of Brooke Jenkins, decided to drop homicide charges brought against the security guard who fatally shot the trans man. Trans man's name was Banco Brown. Of course, it's a black trans man, because had they been white, they would have, threw the book at the security guard. But because it's a black trans man, no. And I'm mentioning this story because we hear so many stories about our trans sisters who die, and you rarely, if ever, hear stories about our trans brothers out there. And there are deaths that are happening to our trans brothers. So I wanted to do this story. Let me read this to you. San Francisco District Attorney Brooke Jenkins is continuing to defend her decision not to press a homicide charge against a security guard who killed black transgender man Banco Brown. but she says the investigation is still open and other charges are possible. Brown, who was 24, was shot to death April 27th at a Walgreens in the city. Police said he was shoplifting. The shooter was security guard Michael Earl Wayne Anthony, 33. He was arrested on suspicion of homicide, but was released soon after, with DA Jenkins saying, quote, the evidence clearly shows that the suspect believed he was in mortal danger and acted in self-defense, end quote. However, police said Banko Brown was not armed. Brown was experiencing homelessness and sometimes spent the night on Bay Area rapid transit trains. He was seeking housing while also trying to help others, working as a community organizing intern with the Young Women's Freedom Center, which assists young women and trans youth who have experienced poverty and other difficulty. Jenkins's decision not to charge Anthony, quote, has become a lightning rod in the city, touching on the already salient issues of race, class, homelessness, alleged shoplifting, and the LGBTQ community, end quote. And that's according to the Bay Area Reporter. In a Thursday interview with the Bay Area Reporter, Jenkins continued to defend her action. Quote, what I would ask is that this city trust that because I have a dedication and I've demonstrated dedication to victims of crimes for years, that they would know if I believe someone is guilty of a crime and we can prove it, I would proceed with charging that case, end quote. Activists and politicians in the city have denounced Jenkins's decision, as have Brown's parents. Aaron Peskin, president of the San Francisco Board of Supervisors, has asked her to reconsider it, but she told Bay Area Reporter, quote, I'm not deferring to someone else's expertise on judgment call, end quote. However, she asked the San Francisco Police Department to investigate the case further. She said, quote, it's still an ongoing investigation, still an open case, so I'm not yet at the point when I can publicly reveal all the facts. We don't release evidence to the public. Should we charge that case, I will open myself up to the defense saying we've tainted the jury, end quote. This is a mess. Let me continue reading. But because the public hasn't seen the video, there is a video. Because the public hasn't seen the video, there has been fear mongering regarding Black and LGBTQ plus people, especially those experiencing homelessness, said Julia Arroyo, co-executive director of the Young Women's Freedom Center. Folks are saying very mean, nasty, hurtful things that have no fact to it. And so by people not seeing the video, it's perpetuating violence against the trans and LGBTQ community and Black young people navigating poverty or houselessness. Here's what's going on, people. Let me break this down for y'all. You have a homeless Black trans man, and you have this DA saying, oh, there's clear evidence that the security guard was in safety. Let me read exactly, because I don't want to mix her words. The evidence clearly shows that the suspect believed he was in mortal danger and acted in self-defense. We know that there are so many times when district attorneys and police departments, or in this case, security guard, law enforcement in general, are in bed together. Meaning, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. And DAs across America are known for not pursuing a case where law enforcement clearly was wrong. And she went straight to the cliche cookie cutter quote, The suspect believed he was in mortal danger and acted in self-defense. Mind you, it's already been reported by the police that he didn't have no weapon. There was no weapon. He was not armed. So how are you in mortal danger? Y'all see what's going on. This is someone unhoused, someone who's homeless, unhoused, unsheltered, whatever the terminology you want to use. This is someone who, whether or not they were shoplifting, and I don't know whether or not shoplifting happened, because a lot of times they accuse people of shoplifting and they ain't shoplifted a goddamn thing. So that the shoplifting not even withstanding, you should have someone that's no longer here, someone unarmed. And now you got the DA saying that this security guard was in mortal danger for their safety. So now you got a black man being accused of putting this security guard in harm's and at death's door. And so now the public who hasn't seen a video is believing that, oh my God, there's this big menacing black man attacking this helpless security guard who had a firearm. A security guard who had a firearm. And the man did not. Mind you, this is a trans man. Now, I don't want to speak for all trans men, because we do have some trans men that are the size of Brittany Griner. And I'm not calling Brittany Griner a trans man. I'm just using her as an example that there are some women who are very tall and very big, a lot bigger than me. But in many cases, in most cases, a lot of trans men are smaller men. They're shorter, and all of those things. But now you're painting this picture that there was this big menacing black man attacking this security guard, and he was in grave danger for his life. So he shot this unarmed black man. A mess. I ain't even got time to break this down like I want to, so I'm gonna leave it at that. In our last story, because we have not been traumatized enough, down in Brownsville, Texas, you had a 34-year-old man, George Alvarez, who decided it was a good idea to take his truck and ram his truck into some migrants sitting along the road. And he plowed his truck into at least 10 people. 8 of them have died. That's in Brownsville, Texas, at the border. You have this man who decided that, and they said he was making gestures and things toward those migrants before he went over and plowed his truck into those individuals. He's being charged with manslaughter. Why it's not second-degree murder? I would probably say first-degree murder if you ask me. Why he's not being charged with murder is beyond my level of comprehension. And this speaks to this country's failure with regard to their treatment of immigrants and migrants coming into this country. Joe Biden and the entirety of the Biden administration, in many cases, are worse than Trump with regard to the border. The shit that we've seen going on with migrants and immigration by this goddamn administration is worse than what we saw with the previous administration. So much so, they are incensed that this Title 42 is about to lapse, that they are putting measures and laws in place to basically keep it going without it officially still being on the books. And now they're giving the go-ahead to other people to enact their own vigilante justice, where you have people taking trucks and plowing down migrants that are doing nothing but sitting there waiting for their opportunity to be processed in, the INS and things like that, not bothering nobody. But because, and last time, you now, I've seen a picture of this individual. His last name is Alvarez. He does appear to be a Latinx individual or Hispanic individual. So you think it's a good idea that you're here and nobody else should come here? That's just like the Cubans down in Miami who want no parts of any other immigrants coming into this country. But they sailed their ass over here with wet foot, dry foot for 60, 70 years and were the only immigrants that got immediate citizenship when they came over here for like 60 plus years. But then wanted no, and then would get here and wanted no parts of any other migrant group to ever get citizenship, which is why you have the whole group of Cubans down in Miami who are staunch Republicans, way right wing. And now you have also people over here in Texas. You got some right wing Hispanic and Latinx people over in Texas who feel the same way. Well, I'm here and I don't want nobody else coming. And so you have this man, George Alvarez, took his truck and plowed into 10 plus people, killing 8 of them. If that's not murder, I don't know what is. And I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, it was a malfunction of the truck. They've already said, witnesses have already said that they saw him making gestures and things at these people. But all they got him is manslaughter, right? A mess. A complete and utter mess. He tried to flee the scene, but they held him down. They said he has not cooperated with officials investigating the incident. He's being held on $3.6 million bail, but they said he ain't gave them no answers. He ain't telling them nothing. He's not talking. He's not cooperating with them at all. His criminal history includes 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, a count of assault against an elderly or disabled person, 4 counts of assault causing bodily injury to a family member, and at least 11 other charges, according to information on a placard displayed at the news conference that police had. The driver was also witnessed at the scene before plowing these people down, speaking in Spanish, saying "fuck migrants," but in Spanish, at the people that were standing at the bus stop. This is what we have going on. Everybody wants their own breastplate of white supremacy and mantle of white privilege. Everybody wants their own, even at the behest of your own people. A mess. Listen, that's all I got for y'all. I didn't mean to spike y'all out today. I apologize that my return was at this, but this is all on your president, Joe Biden, and his administration. There is nothing good I can say about Joe Biden's administration and their handling of immigrants and all of that. There is nothing good I can say about them. Nothing. Not a single thing can be said good about their treatment and handling of the migrants there in this country. Nothing. Anyway, y'all, that's all I got. I'm about to get off here, y'all. Right, I come back just to have a line full of sugar spikes. God, but it was too many pressing issues, and I didn't want it not to be addressed. Some of these things I have to. At some of these things, the exigence of the moment requires speaking out on it, because people are not going to speak out on it. People won't, over here we speak on things that other people are afraid to speak out on or afraid to address, and we will address them here. We also do, when you talk about real breaking news, we really break news there. Y'all know we're always usually the first one on some of these stories to discuss it, and then the other people decide they want to get on top of it. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all today, y'all. I'm about to get out of here, go get me something to eat. I'm supposed to be on the panel with Darren tonight, to do Real Housewives of Atlanta. So that means I owe y'all a review. I'm in the middle of doing that review. I'm like halfway through the episode. So hopefully I'll definitely finish that before I go live. It'll be on Darren's channel. Tracy, can you quickly put Darren's channel in the chat for me, please? Excuse me, before we get out of here, can you quickly put Darren's channel in the chat? Because we'll be over there tonight. So look for us to be discussing the Housewives of Atlanta. I can't promise you that my review will be up before the panel, but it will already be taped before the panel, and then I might upload it when I get off the panel. Yeah. As I always say, thank you, Tracy, for putting Darren's chat. That's Darren's channel. If you want to come and watch us tonight on the panel, I think it's at 8, if I'm not mistaken. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are always much obliged and much appreciated. Thank y'all for rocking with me still. I know I've been out on, I wasn't out on vacation, but I was out on business. But we are back. Full slate of lives this week. Silly Saturday on Saturday. And we'll make it do what to do. Let me know. Hey, Lamone. Thank you, Lamone. Thank you so much, Lamone. Let me know because y'all know a lot of my traveling happens during the weekends. If I came back and I did like a silly Saturday on like a Tuesday or Wednesday, would y'all be okay with me doing that? It would have to be like maybe like 8 o'clock or something like that. It would have to be like maybe after Really Be or something, but it wouldn't be this early. It'd probably be like if I did if I switched silly Saturday because I was out of town to like a Tuesday or Wednesday, it would have to be like 8 o'clock or something like that, or after Really Be got off. You'll be in North Carolina recovering from the Janet Jackson concert. I know that's right. Janet Jackson was everything. Listen, had a great time. Enjoy the concert, Montrez. Let us know how it was. I had a great time when I went. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. We out.